How's everyone doing today? This is Darren with Spoon River Bend Acres, and go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit the subscribe button. We're actually starting the day off inside. It's extremely cold out and I've got a sick kid. So today, I keep telling people that we were going to be starting stuff in the basement, so surround. So today we're going to be starting some of our plants in the basement. And like I said, we'll be probably planting our peppers and some flowers and I don't know what all else, but let's just give you guys a little bit how I do it in my little setup here and show you that, I mean, it does work. It doesn't cost a lot of money and we'll get going here. So pretty much my mix, I just use some Schultz peat moss. This is the majority of what I use because if you put too much perlite in and everything, I have found that it just breaks apart unless you got enough root structure, and that's why this year I'm starting these plants probably about a week, 2 weeks earlier than what I usually do because I found I usually put it off and then they're not rooted in as good. So this year we're going to do pretty much peat moss. And I've got a bag of perlite, and we'll be doing kind of the same thing with our chestnuts, and that'll be a little ways away, but let's get this mixed. That looks pretty good to me. You know, there's a little bit of perlite there, not a ton, but it'll hold moisture and help keep it kind of aired. But, so, I'll show you guys. Too many on there. So these trays here, I actually get them for free. Company I work for, we grow a lot of our own plants, and this is how we'll buy them in, and this is how they come, is just in these trays. And we throw all these away. So if you guys have any landscape companies that grow their own, nurseries that grow their own, you know, go ask. That's what the company I work for, we throw all this stuff away. Just like these pots. I'll show you guys what I do with these, but I mean, we just throw them away. So, you know, we've tried recycling them before. The problem that we have is the place that would recycle, it was free for a while, and then all of a sudden it turned into, it costs more to take them down to a recycling plant than what we could just throw them in the dumpster for and have them taken out in a dumpster. So, I mean, go talk to those places. Anybody that does landscaping or any of that, they've always got tons of pots, and that's like how it is at our work, you know. So we got this one all filled up, and I have checked the germination. This is all seed from last year. I've never had an issue with it, so we're gonna plant the seed from last year. So these are the 3 peppers I plant. I like my sweet banana peppers. These are great stuffed on the grill with some cream cheese and some seasoning and wrapped in bacon. Then I got my big guy hybrid. These are jalapeno peppers, the ones in the middle. And I use those for my burgers and for deer salami and just for chili, adding anything hot. They're not overly hot. Sometimes they can get a little warm, but they're not too bad. And then we got our sweet candy apple hybrid. These here, the candy apple ones, my wife likes eating those for work. She just slices them, takes them. They're real sweet. A little bit of cream cheese on them and a little bit of everything, bagel seasoning. They're great. These are great for stuffed peppers on the grill. So I want to show you my high dollar watering can. It's just a little drill bit there in a water bottle, but it works great for all this indoor stuff because you just squirt it a little bit and just gives it a nice little rain right there. And I don't know, for a couple dollars, and I use these. It's what I drink at work, so makes a nice little watering can. But we'll let this kind of soak down a little bit. And these here all have lids on them, so this water, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay, you know, kind of in that ecosystem. But we'll have to water them a little bit, but because once we get going on these, I'll just dump water down here, and I just let it wick up from the bottom, you know. These are ready. This tray is. We'll take it down to the basement. As I said, we got a heat mat here, and it all runs over and off of my timer. So when the lights are on, the heat mat's on. So we'll put this thing of peppers on that one. You can go back and look at my other videos on this, how I have it kind of set up with my grow lights, because it's just an old metal shelf. But here's that lettuce. I mean, it's growing really good. We need to pick some of it. And this turned out really good. Like I said, I mean, we get about a gallon bag every week of lettuce off of this. So, you know, it saves, you know. And I mean, I'm always throughout the year looking for these, for any kind of Rubbermaid, whatever. I don't care. It can be the cheap ones, Dollar General. I don't care. I'm always looking for these on sale. When I find them the size I need for these trays that we just did the peppers in, I buy them, and I don't care. Like, as long as they come with a clear lid, and I don't care what brand it is, but I'm gonna buy them. So we'll get these peppers set down on this mat here, and then I'll kind of show you some more. So I did end up writing on these also. So that way I know glare's kind of bad, but you know, our banana, our jalapeno, then our bell pepper, that means there's 2 rows of each. So that way I'll know exactly what there is. But like I said, we'll come back and we'll check these again just to make sure they got enough water once it's soaked in and everything. But you'll know by condensation on the lid how well it's doing. Like I said, we got these that probably need to be picked as well. Give us some fresh lettuce for supper. So I think today we're gonna start some of these flowers, and I think we're gonna start these snapdragons. I really like these snapdragons. They got great color and stuff, and they just go really well as just a group planting. And then I like my coleus. This is just the mixed one, and you don't know what colors you're going to get, and I think it's pretty cool. So we're actually going to divide this one. We'll have 15 of the snapdragons, 15 of the coleus. Well, I guess I will add one more thing. That's how tiny snapdragon seeds are. It's really hard to see because they are so small. So generally what I do, and that's why I like using these, they're a bigger size. These are like a 2 inch by 1.5 inches, 2.5 by 1.5 inches pod. And I just go ahead and plant them. If like 3 of them grow in one of these, it's not a big deal. Like, they'll survive. And I've done it for years. You know, I've had some of these that have had like 5 of them growing in it, and they survive and put a lot of color out. So don't be afraid. And you know, if you get ones that are big enough like these trays are, don't worry about thinning them clear down just to 1. Like, leave 3 of them, and that's usually what I do. So we're just going to kind of sprinkle these out. Like I said, we'll just sprinkle them out. And I can see them falling off my hand onto the tray. And this is another one of those, like, if you don't get enough, just come back later and toss some more on. It's not a big deal. I can see them hitting the ground, that we're getting probably 3 or 4 per each one. And these are pretty easy. Like I said, I mean, they're tiny seed. So don't worry about it. And I forgot, coleus same way. That's little tiny seeds too. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're just gonna kind of shake these guys out. You'll see them coming. Just give it a little tap. I know they actually make things for this, but I mean, they give you like 500 seeds in each one of these, so it's not a huge deal. I mean, unless you're actually doing this as a production thing, it's not a big deal if, you know, we waste a few. So, like I said, these are all leftover seeds from last year, so they'll get thrown away anyways, get redone. So we'll sprinkle a little bit of soil on here. Got some made up right here, so we'll sprinkle, because with these here, I mean, they're such a small seed. You're really just barely putting anything on. And actually, when you water it, it'll probably seed them down into the soil enough that they'll be fine. So sprinkle a little bit more down the middle here, and I think we'll be good on these. And we'll see what we get. We'll water these up and go ahead and we'll take these down and get them on a mat and get going. Well, everyone, we got that stuff planted. I've been kind of putting it off. I guess we can start doing that a little bit at a time. Every week or two, we'll probably be starting something else, because not everything germinates the same rate. Not everything grows at the same rate. So we got that stuff in. One thing I did want to say, like generally I grow my own petunias, my own geraniums, cardinal flower, all that stuff. I got online this year, and I don't know if it's everyone's noticing, but the price of seeds is crazy. Like, I went to buy some petunias, and man, for like 12 seeds, it was $8. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna see what some of the other box stores sell them for this year, you know. I mean, are they going to be that outrageously priced even in the box store and stuff? It'll be interesting to see. But like I said, we're going to get these started, what I had from seed last year, just to see. I'll probably price check, see how much those are going to cost at a garden center. I'm hoping they don't cost that much. If anyone has a cheaper place to buy seed, let me know. But I like to park seed in my gardener. We went, you know, burpees. They're usually fairly high anyways, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how the year progresses. But anyways, there's other videos about me starting that lettuce, how we did that, and my grow light setup, my heat mats, all that stuff. So if anyone wants to look at those, go back, look at the playlist for gardening, and I'll have the playlist up here too. But like I said, go down bottom right hand corner, hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment. I'm always up for answering a question or having a conversation. So everyone, have a good the rest of your week, and we will see you whenever we get the next one out.